Hey guys, so I never thought I'd actually be doing another video like I did last time, but this is for a more serious reason, and I can't believe I'm actually doing this. So, I might as well start at the beginning, and while I'm waiting for my damn cat to come in here and decide he wants to open the door and not learn to close it. I love him to bits, but that's the one thing I wish he would learn. But you can't teach a cat that. Well, at least most of them. So, a while back I had probably said I was voicing in something. I don't know. I did try it, and I didn't. This is where my fault comes in. I should have looked at the description. And no, it's not anything like dirty or anything like that. It was this taking Monster High Ever After High, My Little Pony, and doing something weird and religious. I mean, semi-religious, but it was like a kick-ass thing. I was originally thinking maybe it might be like a panty and stocking kind of thing, but minus a lot of the stuff that Panty does. I was wrong. And I mean, I let certain things aside with religion-wise because I thought I could be a better person, but I did ask in the very beginning that as long as none of the characters I voiced, which ended up just being one in the very end, bashed the LGBT community, because I did not, otherwise I would skip over those lines, and I don't know if I've ever said that before. In a video I thought I did. So, at one point, I mean, I got the audition scripts for 3 different characters, and I tried it out. I kind of liked it. It was okay at first, for at least the introduction things, but, I mean, it wasn't, like, great. And, honestly, I didn't know if I was going to stay with it. I mean, but I promised I would make a commitment, so that's what I did. I had put in all my auditions, and somewhat, maybe like within the month, this person said they lost their inspiration, so they're taking a break from it, which was fine. But in the meantime, I decided to look for other things. I tried out for at least 2 or 3 different things, sadly not getting anything. However, by that point again, school and work became a big thing where I wasn't going to have a lot of time for voice acting. I mean, other stuff online, it's like that doesn't take too long. Now that I'm doing these videos again, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I do it on my own free time, on my own will. So that's where I left it. And they understood. They said if I ever wanted to come back, that was fine. I said if you want to use what I had already voiced, that was fine. And I mean, I actually was gave them permission at one point, for as long as they asked, for whichever ones they were, my Ever After High OCs, like if they want to use them. And I mean, so I was like pretty cool with it. I mean, like I did voice my opinion a little bit in the first, my audition, I think, like how I felt a little bit. It's like that's how the agreement came up, because it's like being bi means there's certain religions that aren't going to accept you the way they are. And as much as I grew up with religion in my life, for a lot of it, or for a big chunk of it, and then small chunks throughout after a certain point in my life, honestly, I was okay with religion. Then I got into college, and I'm learning about all these other religions and my own religion, and figuring out I was bi. So it's like the way I kind of was thinking about religion is how the old school people thought for Catholic and Christians, how they were against LGBT community. Mainly it was just the LG, but because the B isn't as known well enough as the LG, from what I had learned over the years. But now that everything has been out in the open for things, and I mean, I thought we were fine. I almost forgot about this, but when I was watching Once Upon a Time, in this last season, we had a new canon relationship with Red Riding Hood or Ruby and Dorothy, and I had put this on there as like just a fun little thing, and they had said something. I kind of voiced my opinion, like, please, it's just a show, it's not that big of a deal, kind of thing. I don't even remember anymore, let alone, I don't know if it was a journal. I think it was a journal, because I only recently learned how to do stats on DeviantArt. And I actually forgot about that until now. So recently I joined this group, and it's like you kind of get the feel of Percy Jackson, the Heroes of Olympus kind of feel from it, but it's not anything to do with Greek mythology or magic. But it still has that camp kind of feel and everything. It's called Obsidian Alliance, and I really like it. I'm really was enjoying seeing all these new characters come up, and the evil side, which I actually created two. I had created two for the camp, which is supposed to be the good guys, for the most part. I don't know if really you can say they are good guys, because the other side could also think that what they're doing is right, and it had nothing to do with religion either, for what I know or remember. Because I mean, was talking with the person who created this very thoroughly, like, to get an idea of everything. So I created two girls for one side, and then a boy and a girl for the, it's called capital I don't know what it's called. Where did I put that? Or did they ask it? I think they asked it in my other thing. Cobalt Militia. And the girl, and recently, I'm gonna pull this back up so I can see myself. Recently, one of the websites I use for my stuff, Azalea Dolls, created this, and it's still an in-progress thing, but honestly, it wasn't that big of a deal. It was an angel, or I guess with one particular set of wings, a demon, you could say, or maybe it's like a bat angel, maybe? I don't know. I just like the wings, and with this one particular character named Eris, which I put for the Cobalt Militia, so she's from the more negative side. I gave her these wings, so I put as my title because all of them said Obsidian Angel, and then the name, but for hers I put Obsidian Angel and parentheses Demon, and then her name. Now, my director was saying that one of her characters, probably from her thing his thing that he was creating, could kill mine, and I'm gonna be finally saying what I want to say about what has been happening in my life since Friday. I had lost a family member who was my age. I am not going to go into details on what happened, but today was the funeral. And so hearing this, and this comment was just posted today. So hearing this, and when I had actually posted on DeviantArt, because I had asked because I do have some DeviantArt members who are friends with me on Facebook, and it's every single one that I trust with my life. Trust me, I've talked with these people for hours, and I've gotten to know them. One of them I actually been going to for advice for a couple of things. Now, when I posted about, I think that it was that same day I found out, I posted that anyone who knew me on Facebook, do not message me unless it's a private message. And then I explained that I had lost a family member. We didn't know what else was going on, when the date of the funeral was, and how I felt. Whilst most of the people, if not all, but the single one had given me their condolences or hugs, virtual hugs. My director said, "Oh, you're on Facebook, look up," and I'm guessing it was their name on Facebook. I'm not mentioning the name. And I said, look, in fact, I'm gonna see if I can pull that up. I don't think that was a journal. I think that might have been a status. I don't know if I can pull that up now. I don't think I can pull that up now because it's been a while. And honestly, I expressed my feelings that I needed a little space, and because I just remember I needed a little space, and I was trying to be as polite as possible, because there were things with this series he was creating that I didn't, although I wasn't exactly 100% comfortable with it, I was putting myself aside, except for making sure about the any LGBT bashing, because there was some things with homosexuality that they were expressing against, with like what their demons would be, because these were supposed to be angels that would kill demons that were going against gods, and so there were certain things with that. And it's like, as long as I don't have to say anything with going against homosexuality or LGBT community, I am okay with that, because I can voice this. Like I said, we had an agreement. I thought that agreement was still staying. I actually reassured that after the whole Ruby and Dorothy thing. I wanted to make sure that was still in sync. So I was, for the last, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, I'm a little bit peeved about this. I'm very upset, because I had just lost somebody that was close in my family. I was stressed out because of my job on Saturday and Sunday, and then everything in our family has been tense because of what has been happening. Like I said, I'm not going into details, I'm just saying it's been tense. So, hearing that somebody's character wants to kill mine, no matter if it was a joke or not, was just stupid. And the fact of the matter is, I said, when I replied back, and I am actually on the thing, I'd rather not talk about killing, thank you very much. And by the way, it's part of a group, and that I'm in, that the founder asked me to politely do. Like, she asked us to make some of our female OCs from the Obsidian Lights into using this game, like what we interpret. So 2 of them were angels, 1 of them looked like a demon. And also, the demon thing was a joke. Wow, and they replied with, wow, so trigger, let me guess, SJW. Joke or not, either way, respect my option. I'm guessing they meant opinion. After all, what's with you this time? So I said, SJW, no clue what that means. Also, right now, my emotions about the day, I said I lost my family member, has made a lot of people in my family tense. Plus, I'm still a bit peeved on what you comment to that journal. So having you say that one of your characters could totally kill another character of mine, who is actually human, by the way, just really got under my skin. And they go into this whole bashing about how my character sells her soul demon. Now the thing is, with the character, she has purple hair with black streaks. Now I put in the thing, and I don't think even my director had seen this. The original pic. They just saw probably the angel one. That her hair was originally bleached blonde, and that she didn't like, so she dyed it. But her eyes were originally the color they were in the picture, which was yellow. I was just creating a character that was very unique, that I could think of for the Cobalt Militia. And so they were saying like that pretty much I can just sum it up, the power of God compels you. And like literally from The Exorcist with that kind of thing. And that is one whole paragraph. Another thing is, like, I did leave Christian Phoenix voicing because of it's going to be a religious show. And they literally call me Baka, which means idiot or moron in Japanese. And they're saying I'm backstabbing and I sold my soul out to the devil and all of this stuff. And I said, and I had just gotten this literally within 10 to 20 minutes before I was going to be going up and changing to get ready for this said funeral. So I replied back, you know what, I'm done. I informed one of my fellow group members that she's actually one of the people who is on Facebook, and I talked to her. I talked to her literally, but while I was getting changed, like leaving her voice messages through Facebook, and I had screenshotted the whole conversation we had and sent it to her through Facebook. But I had replied back, you know what, I'm done, and which I was. So that was around a little bit after, around like almost 5 o'clock, And I mean, you can, if you want to go on to this, literally look up Obsidian Angel, parentheses, Demon, Eris. And you can see this whole conversation, because I am not taking it off for any reason unless, and if you, it's unless the person hides their message, and then I have it screenshot, so I have proof. So when I come home after having a long day at a funeral, my eyes are so sore and red, or so sore and puffy, because I've been crying for a long while. But the thing is, while I was at the funeral, there were certain things that during the whole service that got my blood boiling, because it just certain words just reminded me of him, and it got me very angry. And I wish that I wasn't angry, or partially angry, while I'm supposed to be here supporting my my family that have just lost their child. So I come home, and it turned out they had blocked me, because I was going to reply back to something they had said, which I guess was also edited at some point, saying, "Get laid with a man." Now that's not the, so I was gonna remove all their art, which I guess when you block someone, it does it for you. So I was gonna say, okay, fine, I don't care. I won't. If they had done something that was gonna bug me, I would block them. So, as you all know, I did a two-part Proud to Be, and one of them, the second half, I had actually posted on as a part of my journal for DeviantArt, because I wanted to put that out there for that as well as YouTube. So now the thing is, I had already had one person leave a comment in that one of the halves, I think it was the second half, saying about while they were supportive of two things which I could accept, they also said two things that made me extremely uncomfortable. And I warned them, while I understand this and this, I do not appreciate hearing the other two, and if this is the one warning, if I have any more problems, I will report. And I mean, you can go on to the Proud to Be video and look at these messages. So I'm checking on something where I can see any messages that people sent me on YouTube. And right before that happens, I just happen to look at Proud to Be and journal, and it said "Farewell Traitor" by this person as well. Now the reason why I'm saying all this is because while I am tolerant of most religions, honestly, I have no beef with them as long as they have no beef with me, and so far I had no beef with anybody. The only time I only had one person who was a friend of a cousin who had a problem. I had a little bit with my college that I'm currently at, but that is not as big of an issue because it wasn't more at me, it was more towards two of my friends. And so honestly, I have had no problems being bi up till this point. So I'm going to go onto the video. I'm gonna mute it though, because I do not want, because I don't need to be doing this. So I happen to see I had 3 people reply back to me. So I had seen someone named Fan Creation Universe Studios, and I didn't really see the icon until I went onto their actual page, so I will get into that in a second. But all of a sudden, I see somebody who was 2 people who were supporting Asperger's. They had commented on that they were weaklings and deceivers, and triggers and feminazis too. It's like, when I got about it, I saw this and I was like, how do you know that you're not, and I was going to say one of them, and then I got a good look at their pick. Now, sadly though, I guess it was removed. Luckily enough, I screenshotted it. So that wasn't, that wasn't their only comment. Another comment was, when the person who I warned not to be putting that on my page. Yes, we have the freedom of speech, but there are certain, if someone asks you not to say something, let alone that's such a trigger, it's not a joke. So, and this person, Universal Studio person had commented that, what a joke. I wasn't joking, I replied back. Now here's the other one that they had posted. Cringeworthy crap ever. You should read a Bible, sister, and stop being a faggot lover. LOL. Now I had thumbs down it, and then I immediately screenshotted, and then I report them for harassment. Now you think that I'm being overboard? No. If you would look at the Obsidian Angel Demon Heiress picture and look down at the comments, you will see how bad that this has gone. And I only told, up to this point, only 2 people the whole story about, from the beginning with this person till now. So the reason why I'm doing this video is because I want people to be aware that while I am very accepting of other people's points of view, if you call me a faggot, if you literally are messaging me, the power of God compels you and I sold my soul to the devil, I'm not going to be tolerant of that. I am not going to be accepting of something so horrible that I can't even, my brain is just so numb from crying so much from the funeral and so racing because of everything I'm so mad about. And I literally told my parents I told my mother part of the story about what happened today. I didn't tell her, he said, well, just be careful about who you talk to. And it's like, and then I told her, because she was asking me to rub her back, or scratch her back, that not this moment, I'm really pissed right now. And I told her that the person who had been giving me trouble found me on my YouTube, which was my fault because he probably went through the link of the YouTube video hashtag proud to be. So I am over 20 minutes already, and I've never done over 20 minutes on anything. The reason why I'm telling this whole story is because I don't feel like I need to be, should sit in silence or quietly be actioning without my voice being heard. I have already confronted, I haven't been able to confront them because blocking on DeviantArt means you can't comment on anything and that until you are unblocked. Now I've already blocked them, so they can't reply back to me through there. I've reported them on YouTube. If they have people who give me trouble, or if this person tries to find me on Facebook, I'm seriously going to be making sure more reports go out, because I am not going to, and I fully told, well, I didn't fully told the story, I fully told what had happened today on the YouTube report, literally linking the picture, to the picture or page with the artwork I've just been talking about before, because I want to make sure that they thoroughly search this person, because this is what gives religion a bad name. And the thing is, there's 2 sides to every person, and I have learned that in the last couple years. There's the side that everyone wants to be, and then there's the hypocritical side. And religion, for any religion, that can be a big thing. You can be, everyone wants the sweet and peaceful side of religion, but the thing is, religion hasn't always been like that. Religion, we wish that we could all be like Jesus, where he discriminated no one. Although some people think he was walked over all over for it, he was being the stronger person when it came to being tried and persecuted for something that he didn't do wrong, even though he knew what was coming. Yeah, I actually remember, my Bible classes I had for the 2 or 3 years, if you count, I don't know if we did anything in kindergarten, when I was growing up, before I moved to a public school. I remember that, and I used to go to church 2 to 3 times a month with my grandmother at the same church I had gone to when I was a child. And it's the only one, honestly, I have ever felt comfortable with. Because things have changed. To be honest, I'm glad I got out when I did, because honestly, it had more to do with the fact that they had taken a break, which is understandable. Everyone needs a break. But the thing is, it kind of got me to look at some of what he had done and the scripts I've had. Because I took on one character at one point before I decided, look, I can't do this, not because I was school and work, which was an honest answer. That's really what I was doing. Though I did feel uncomfortable, I did not voice that part because it wasn't about the religion. It was just that I felt uncomfortable. Something about the script just made me uncomfortable, and it wasn't just the religion. In fact, that wasn't even the thing that made me feel uncomfortable. I don't know what it was. And the thing is, everyone is warning me, is like, that people like this, this is typical for people like this, that they will be nice and friendly to you until they are done using you, and then they backstab you when you least expect it. So yeah, that's about it for me. I'm hoping that DeviantArt lets me do this video. If not, I will try to make a shorter one at some point. But because of circumstances, I'm hoping that I don't get reported, because honestly, I did the right thing. I understand if they didn't understand how their comment about the Facebook thing made me feel uncomfortable, which I did voice to them when as I had said, that didn't make me feel very comfortable. However, everything else since then has been on them. And actually, when I come back to look at the thing, they had edited that first message back to this, and this will be the last thing I say, because honestly, oops, sorry, the video decided to do that. This was the last thing, something they had edited. Now, I said, like before, when I came home, I found the words, "get laid with a man." Honestly, I haven't had a chance to be with a woman, because I've only liked 2 girls that weren't celebrities, and one of them is no longer talking to me, and the other one, I'm not her type. Which is fine. I've gotten over it. But the thing is, no one has the right to tell me who I should and should not love. And by the way, I have gotten laid by a man, thank you very much, twice. So shush. Because I'm trying to be polite here and not swear other than what I have to read. So anyway, this was what they had edited a while back. Or a while back with the first comment they made, which was what started literally all of this. This top comment was a fucking joke until this crazy bitch killed it. Honestly, that's no joke. Christian Phoenix can kill her like an instant. Anyways, great art. They should have just said great art. They shouldn't have said anything about killing. Honestly, I don't even do that unless it's something like along with the joke of the thing, like where the person knows. And honestly, sometimes even when I do something like that, I would say I'm just kidding, because I'm a sincere and kind person 90% of the time. And the other 10% of the time was because I'm turned into having to be a bitch because because of real life. And I've had to use that from time to time, because I'm not being used, but being taken advantage of for simple tasks. or having to learn how to get some space from a friend, or when someone has a bad day and they want to be left alone, they're gonna be a bitch or a jerk. So yeah, this is Alex signing off. I'm gonna attempt to try to put this on YouTube. Hopefully I won't get any problems. And by the way, I have not said any names because I am trying to be nice. However, I can say what they said, and I can say where you can find said things, and if you can't find it, if you are on certain websites, I can link you screenshots of or try to send you the images if you are understanding of my circumstances. So, I'm going to wait a couple minutes so this can end evenly. Bye.